I feel so guilty for days. My mental health made me angry, made me a angry mom or a sad mom or an isolated mom, working on myself to be better for my kids. Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi and welcome. My name is Becky, but I go by the name of Uma Dlamini on this channel. Please do consider subscribing and becoming part of my beautiful growing family. If you are a return subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for returning. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so I would appreciate all the subscribers that I can get. Also, please do not skip ads so that we can make some money off this platform. And also, if you can give me a super thanks, I would really appreciate it. How about the title of this video? We are going to be talking about life in my 30s. Life in my 30s. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into this video. So the rules of this video is judgments are staying at the top. All judgments are staying at the door. We're going to have an honest conversation. I'm going to be as transparent as I can with you guys. So any judgments, they stay at the door. Okay. I'm going to start off by giving you guys a background about myself. If maybe you are new on the channel and this is maybe the first video or you've watched maybe like 2 videos, I'm going to give you a little background of myself. So I'm 34 years old, so I've been in my 30s for 4 years now. I am a single mother to 1 boy. Yeah, I'm a single mother. I've been a single mother from the day I found out that I was pregnant. In terms of career, I did study hospitality management by profession. I've worked at hotels. I've been a receptionist. So that is what I studied professionally. I did study at TUT in Pretoria, so I do hold a diploma in hospitality management. However, I am not within that industry. I am not working in that industry. I am self-employed. I am a personal shopper, so basically what I do is I shop at small streets for people. So that is what I do for an income. So that is a little background about myself. I did try to put everything on paper so it's not all over the place. So we've done the background, and then let's just talk about my career. In terms of my career, guys, like I said, I studied hospitality management, but I'm not too sure if I studied the right if I took the right career. I'm not too sure if I followed the right career path. Well, I was happy at working at a hotel and everything, but it's just that I got retrenched when COVID started and everything. After that, I did actually get a job as a receptionist at another hotel, but I was just not happy. The money was not enough for me to sustain me and my son. I needed to pay rent, pay a nanny. So I was getting paid 7,500. That was before deduction. So you can imagine paying rent. Rent in Joburg is very expensive. Paying the nanny. I need to buy food for my son here at home. Even though my mom does help, but there's things that I need to buy him also from my pocket. I need to buy groceries for myself. I need to pay for transport. There's night transport, which is more expensive. So everything just didn't work out for 7,500 that I was getting per month. So I decided to resign and then just do my business full time, because I felt that within my business I can make 7,500 rand monthly, depending on the sales. Maybe I can make less, but the thing is, I live at home, so I don't pay rent. We minus that. I no longer pay a nanny because I'm home. We minus that. So everything balances with a business. It made more sense to me, and to top that, I was not happy at all. But I can't also help but think about the time that I spent studying this career. I spent 3 years studying this career. I mean, 3 years is not a long time, but I studied, the course was 3 years. I studied 3 years. I passed within record time. I think there was some distinctions that I actually got from my diploma. So it really kind of hurts me that I went to school, but I've got papers for this career path, but I'm not utilizing it. But at the same time, there are certain things that I've learned within the hotel industry that I can also like just use in my business. Like I'm working with people, handling complaints, just being polite. And being polite in a business is very important, and in a hotel you need to be as polite as you can. Even if a client or a guest is shouting at you, you just need to remain calm and take it all in. So yeah, I wouldn't say it was always. There are a lot of things that I've learned from the industry, but sometimes I can't help but think my mom spends so much money on this, and I don't feel it's working out for me. The hours don't align with me being a mother. As a hotel worker, you work weekends, you work holidays, and all of that stuff. I've mentioned that in one of my videos. So I don't want to lie, it's giving me a bit of stress. So the next topic that we're going to talk about is feeling like I'm behind in life in my 30s. Yo guys, for the longest time, I think most of last year or most of my 30s, like entering into my 30s, I just had the thing, for example, when I was in my 20s, I told myself that when I'm 30, I'd have my first baby, I would be married, have a car, have a house, live in my own place, like, a fairy tale. A fairy tale. And not all of those things didn't come to life, or it didn't happen as I planned. And I don't want to lie, it gave me so much stress, especially last year. It gave me so much stress. Oh my god, I am 34 years old. I don't have a car, I don't have a house. I do have a child, and I don't have regrets with having my baby. He's one of the best things that has ever happened to me, and I love him so much. So that part, I do not regret having him, or yeah. But you just see yourself as being successful, having a car and all of that. And it gave me so much stress, guys. It gave me so much stress. You look at social media. I'm going to mention it because it's reality. You look at social media and everybody is always holding a key, new address. Or I understand that people are always unboxing cars and people are getting married, and you look at your own life, you're like, what's going on with my life? Why am I not getting all those things? Even though being stuck in the thoughts of being behind in my 30s was a real thing for me, especially last year. Like last year, guys, I don't want to lie to you guys, I was a mess. I was going through a lot. My life was a chaos. So yeah, one of the things that caused so much chaos in terms of my mental health, me feeling depressed, was feeling behind, feeling like I've not achieved anything, feeling like I had feelings of I've given up on myself, giving up on my dreams. I no longer dream. I'm like, okay, I don't have these things in my 30s, so it's like that means I'll never. That was a place that I was at, especially last year. Let me tell you, last year I was a mess. My life was chaos. I had so much depression, anxiety, like mental, like everything, guys. Like I was a mess. And just feeling behind in life, feeling like I didn't make it. Like I'm in my 30s, I don't have all these things. You're seeing, I'm not even saying that I look at my friends and I'm like, I'm jealous or anything, but you look at your friends, you look at the people around you, and they're achieving certain things, and you just can't help but feel like you're behind. And I had feelings of just giving up, like I've not achieved these things right now, and I've just giving up on my dreams, you know. Like, I no longer had the thing of dreaming and having goals and where I see myself in 5 years, 10 years. Like, I never had that thing anymore. I just became, I could say that I was alive because I was breathing, but everything else in me felt like it was dead. I don't even know how to explain it. And that's when we're going to get into depression in my 30s. Oh, I'm starting to feel emotional when I'm speaking about all of these things. So I think last year I was not diagnosed with depression, but now that I look back, I feel like I was going through a lot of depression, and everything was just caused by, I can't even explain it. You know, if somebody asked me, why were you feeling depressed? I can't answer you and say, I was feeling depressed because I'm unemployed. I'm feeling depressed because I'm a single mom. I honestly feel that everything was just coming all together, and it was causing me so much anxiety, so much depression, to a point where I felt suicidal. I never actually tried to kill myself or anything, but I had the thoughts. And for me, even though I was not diagnosed with depression, I feel like it's a sign that I had depression. Like I said, I was just a mess last year, guys. I was just a mess, and I was alive because I was breathing, but apart from that, I felt like I was dead. And there's a quote that I actually found on I think it was on Instagram. There's a quote I found on Instagram. Let me actually look for the quote and read it to you guys. So guys, I got the quote right. Like, I had to write it down on my notebook because I don't have another phone. You see why you need to subscribe, so I can buy myself a camera. So the quote says, I feel so guilty for days. My mental health made me angry, made me an angry mom, or a sad mom, or an isolated mom, working on myself to be better for my kids. Like, when I read this comment, like when I read this, not comment, when I read this quote, it really spoke to me so much, because I feel like most of last year especially, I was so angry. I was angry at everybody, guys. I was angry at myself. I was angry at my mother. I was angry at my son. I was angry at God. Like, I was so angry. I had so much anger with me, guys. Oh, I'm getting so emotional. Like, this code makes me so emotional. But guys, I had to take a little breather because I was feeling so emotional. But like I was saying, I was so angry. I was so angry. I was so angry at the world, you know. I was just so angry. And I really do feel guilty that I was the should I say worst, one of the worst versions of myself and a mother to my son. So this quote that I just read to you guys, it really touched my heart when I read it, because I was angry. I was just so angry. I was just such an angry mother. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I didn't love my son then. I was just going through a lot as a person, as an individual. And one of my friends once said that if you are not okay yourself, if Becky is not okay, then she's not going to be a good mother. So I had to get better. I needed to deal with myself, get better in order for me to be a good mom to my son. And on the days where I really do feel guilty, like I feel myself that I feel guilty that at some point I was this person, I was not great to my son, I was not great to my mother, I usually give my son a big kiss and a big hug. In my vlogs, you'll notice there are moments where I just hug him and I kiss him and everything. That's because I look at him and that guilt hits me, like, oh my God, you were this person to your son. And that was one of the worst times of my life, especially last year. Like I said, last year I was a chaos. Like, oh, Megili 7 colors that is mixed all together. Have you ever seen a person who dishes up rice, meat, salads, all the salads that you can get, 7 colors, and then they mix them up and they eat it. That is exactly how it was. Like, I was a chaos. I didn't know what was going on in my life, and I tried to figure it out, what's going on, and like I just couldn't figure it out. I was just so deep. Next, we're gonna go into living with my parents in my 30s. Woo! If you live with your parents in your 30s, or as an adult, even if you're in your 20s, you're an adult, like you're finished with school but you're still living with your parents, how is it going for you? Is it fine? Are you enjoying it? How is it going for you? For me, it was going bad because of myself. Yeah, let me take accountability. Because of myself, I cannot accept that, because I'm still, even though I'm an adult, but I'm still living in my parents' house. There are rules, you know. To our parents, we're always going to be babies. To your parents, you're always going to be a baby. No matter if you're 50, you're still living in your parents' house, you're still a baby. You're still a baby to them, and that's the way things are. And I was struggling to adjust, guys. I was really struggling to adjust because after high school, I moved to Pretoria. I went to study in Pretoria at TUT. I stayed Godiflecting in Pretoria in town. Then I also went to stay at Rays. I mean, at Rays there are rules. There are rules, a lot of rules, but it's not the same as living at home. Like, they can tell you there's a curfew and all of that, but you break the rules at Rays. Like, you'll do what you want to do. So I was struggling to adjust because after Rays, or after varsity, I went overseas. I lived alone, so I had all the freedom. And then I had to come back home. You know, I came back home. I started living home during COVID, and then it just continued throughout. Yeah, so it was very hard for me to adjust, you know, adjusting to that there are rules, there are certain ways that your parents want things done in their houses. So it was causing a lot of conflict with my mother, you know, and I was just not having it. I was just like, girl, I'm an adult, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. And my mom was like, girl, this is my house, you will do what I tell you to do. So it was causing a lot of conflict, and I just had to like talk to myself to say, like, you know what, if you want to live in peace, if you want to for you and your son to live in peace, you're gonna need to obey these rules that your parents have. And our parents are different. Your parents may be okay that you're 30, okay, you can come in and go out as you like, you know, you have your own key. If you 12, it's okay, you just unlock for yourself. In this house it's different, so we don't do that. You need permission to go out, you know, and all of that stuff. So I had to adjust to all of that. It was really difficult, and I just felt like everything was just too much. Everything was just happening all at once, you know. So yeah, that is my experience with living at home. And to be honest, I'm not ready to move out as yet financially. Moving out is really expensive. You need furniture, you need a fridge. Even though I do have a fridge, because I used to live alone, you need a bed. Like, I would probably be moving with my son, right? He needs a bed, he needs this, you know, you need to buy groceries. Like, it's really expensive, and it's not something that you can just do overnight. So I really want to move out of my mother's house when I feel like I'm ready. I don't want to move out tomorrow and then 3 months later I need to come back, like, offloading my stuff here again because I can't pay rent, you know. Even though it could happen, because of, like, situations are different. You could move out and then maybe let's say you lose your job, and then you're forced to come back home, you know. Don't be shy to, like, I feel like as long as you've got a home to move back to, never be shy to move back home. Whether it's like your marriage is not working out, you lost your job, never ever, if you have a home to go back to, never be afraid, or never have this thing, no, I'm not saying that, but I just want to be financially stable for both me and my son. So that is why I'm still living in my mom's house, and it gets to me sometimes, oh my god, I'm 34 years old. 6 years time, I'll be 40. Kisadula in my parents' house, it does get to me, but I'm just grateful that I have a home to go back to. I have a home for me and my son. My son is growing up in a stable home. He's got his own room in the house, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all of that. I wouldn't say, like, I've heard some people say, like, when you live at home, you become a slave to your parents. Like, you need to clean, you need to do that, you need to do that. Okay, I do need to do those things because I'm living here, and most of the time it's just me and my son. So I need to clean. So I can't say I'm a slave. I can't say I'm paying for living at home by cleaning, having to cook. I need to do all those stuff. I need to eat. I need to live in a clean environment. In that part, my mom never feels that I need to pay her for still being at home at this age. She's great, guys. She's great. And I think because I don't even know how to explain it, guys. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, because I felt that because I was in a bad space, I always saw that, no, she doesn't love me, she doesn't do this, why is she doing that, But now that I feel like my senses have come back and I'm thinking straight, I said, okay, she's great. She buys groceries also, even though I also do buy, she also buys. She'll buy electric for the house, even though most of the time she's not here, but she really helps out a lot when it comes to my life in general and my son, and for that I am grateful. I did mention that I was going through a lot of depression, anxiety, and I really thought that I needed depression, guys. I really thought that to get over my problems, I need to talk to somebody to figure out, why am I feeling this way? Why am I so depressed? I really thought I needed a therapist, and unfortunately, seeing a therapy is very expensive. It is so expensive. It's not something that I can afford, and I still feel like, even though I feel better, but I still feel like I do need to see a therapist for some parts of my life. We all go through life traumas. Life is not perfect. We all go through traumas. You may look at somebody and say, oh, they've got it all, they've got all the money, they're rich, they've got all the cars, but they might be going through their own depression caused by something totally different. We're all different. We all go through certain things in our life, and I feel like therapy wouldn't be so bad. If I can afford it, I would really go to therapy. Hopefully one day I'll be able to afford. I really thought that I needed to see a therapist, guys. Hunting next. In order for me to become a better version, to elevate my life, to just turn my life around, I needed to quit alcohol. You heard me right. I needed to quit alcohol. I know that I've mentioned here and there that I want to quit alcohol, or I'm on an alcohol break. I've just said to you guys, I'm on alcohol break. I'm for now not drinking alcohol. But if you guys have noticed, it's not an alcohol break. It's not an alcohol break. It's been 6 months that I've been sober. Thank God. So proud of myself. And that is because I felt like alcohol is causing me the depression also, because I don't drink alcohol anymore, guys. I'm happy. I don't have depression. I don't have suicidal thoughts. I'm just happy. I'm a happy girl. Like, you can tell in my vlogs that something has changed in me. I'm just happy that I stopped drinking alcohol. And I wouldn't say that I was an alcoholic, but again, what is an alcoholic? What do you consider an alcoholic? For me, when I say this is an alcoholic, this person is an alcoholic, is a person who drinks every single day. They can't go a day without alcohol. If they don't drink alcohol, they start shaking. They drink anything they can, as long as it's got alcohol. They drink, whether it's a cider, gombo tea, whiskey, vodka. They just drink. Then that's what I consider an alcoholic. But if what is an alcoholic, what do you consider somebody an alcoholic? But I had to sit down with myself. You're saying you're not an alcoholic, but why are you drinking so much? You know, like I could go a week without drinking, but when it comes to the weekend, I will drink. I will drink, and when I drink, there's no limits. I can drink 12 of those big Savannas in one night, and that's crazy. Savannah's so strong. That is crazy. That's ridiculous. I was not drink. I was drinking so much, and every time I would drink, like let's say I would like really drink, like drink, and I'm hungover. I feel like when you hungover, you really drank a lot. Like you exceeded the amount of alcohol you're supposed to take in. Whenever I had those hangovers, like those bad hangovers, I'd feel so depressed. I would feel so anxious. I would wake up, prepare my son for school, and then I'll go back to bed and I have so much thoughts about my life. Why am I here? Why do I not have a car? Why don't I have this? Like, why am I not a better version of myself? What did I do in this life to not have all these other things that other people have? I understand, like just alcohol is not good for me, and I'm naturally a shy person, guys. Like you see me talking in my vlogs and everything, but naturally if you meet me in person, I'm very shy. I don't talk much. If I talk to you, if I talk to you and engage with you, it means that I'm not comfortable with you. Am I an introvert? Which one am I? I wouldn't say I'm an introvert. I wouldn't actually say I'm an introvert. I'm just a very quiet person, but I'm out there also at the same time. And drinking alcohol would just, again, the thing, man. You know, I would have more character. Like if I go to groove, like right now when I go to groove, okay, I would dance here and there. You know, I'm getting used to going out and not drinking, so I do move around a little. But when I drink, I dance. I can dance. Like I can't dance, but when I drink, I can dance. You know, I can do all these things, and I just felt like alcohol was really bad for me. I was going to places that I wouldn't go when I'm sober. The kind of people I was going for in terms of dating, it was just not aligning, guys. It was just not aligning, trust me. And it was affecting my relationship with my mother. It was affecting my relationship with my son, most importantly. I've always said that I don't want to marry a man that drinks like my stepdad, because my stepdad drinks. He drinks, that man drinks. And I've always told myself I don't want to marry a man that drinks so much, because I don't want my kids to be exposed to that kind of parents. But now here I was becoming that parent. I was becoming that mother that is drinking, no time for my child, and it was just really bad, guys. I don't want to, especially last year, it was so bad, and I felt like there are times where I put my life in danger. And I think about it, like I mentioned, I was so angry at God. I felt like God doesn't love me. Like I felt like God has deserted me. He doesn't love me, because why am I not achieving all of these things? Why am I not this? Why am I not that? But when I think about it now, God loves me so much, guys. God loves me so much. He's protected me from myself. Like, you know, this one guy, I was having a conversation with my neighbor and his friend, and this one guy said, when you are drunk, no place is dangerous. When you're drunk, everything that is wrong is right. Everything that is wrong is right. So in the middle of the night, if you say you want to go to, let's say, I'm going to make an example. Let's say I want to go to a club and it's like 30 minutes drive, but I can still walk or something. Because you're drunk, you will literally walk there. You will walk there and you're putting your life in danger. Why are you walking 12 o'clock in the AMs? You know, it's because you're drunk. You don't see that it is wrong. So I felt like I put myself in so much danger. And there was a lack of self-love towards myself. I was not taking care of my health. There are days where I would not take my BP medication because I am on blood pressure medication. There were days where I was just not taking it, and I knew the dangers of not taking my medication, but I was just like, I'm done with life. Even if I have a stroke and die, I'm okay with it. You know, I'm done with this life. And yo, guys, alcohol, like alcohol, I don't want to drink anymore. I don't want to drink. When I think of drinking, one thing that motivates me in keeping on going with my sobriety journey is when I think of the person that I was. Do I want to go back to be that person? No, I don't. So it motivates me every time when I think, I don't actually at the moment don't think of drinking. When I'm offered a drink, I just say no. I say no. I don't drink. I say no, and I think of the person that I was, and I don't want to be that person. It really motivates me. I never want to be that person. And I know some people will be like, girl, you're boring. Like, you're no longer fun. You're no longer this. You're no longer that. And if you know the drunk version of me, the Becky that drinks, that girl, if you know her and you say to me, I'm boring, and you don't love me. I want to say it. You don't love me, and you don't wish me base, because why would you want to see that girl? Why would you want to see that girl? Because that girl was not it, guys. That girl was not it. And I would not come on camera as that person, the drinker, you know. But if you look at my channel now, look how consistent I am right now. You can see that I'm more happy. There are not days where I come and say, guys, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, I'm depressed. I'm no longer breaking down. Like, I'm no longer depressed at all. And I'm more consistent. Last year I was not consistent at all. I would post like here and there, like I would try, but I would not post. I would lose my phones because of alcohol. Oh, guys, like alcohol, like there's so much that I've lost because of alcohol. I think I've even lost clients because of alcohol. I would plan that, okay, on Monday I'm gonna go to Small Streets on Monday. Weekend I'm drinking. Monday comes, I'm so hungover. I wake up, prepare my son, then I go to bed. I can't do it. But in the meantime, I promise somebody that I'll go to Small Streets and buy these items. I mean, that person's not gonna come back. That person is definitely not gonna come back. They're gonna look for somebody that is way better than me and giving them a better service. So I really had to let go of alcohol, and in order for me to elevate myself, to be a better version of myself. And I'm so grateful, and I pray about it. I always pray that may I never ever go back to drinking. Maybe it may happen that I do go, because it's so easy to take a glass of alcohol and actually drink. Even though I do have a cocktail, there are some cocktails that I order that have alcohol, but it's not like I'm downing alcohol. Like, I am 6 months sober. For 6 months I've been sober. I've not been drunk. I've not had a hangover, and I'm so proud of myself. I am really so proud of myself. I look at myself every day and I'm like, girl, is this you? Is this you? I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I still do go out. I will drink your non-alcoholic Savannah. You know, I'll drink everything non-alcoholic, but I will not drink alcohol. I'm not willing to go back to alcohol. And anybody who thinks that I'm boring, I'm no longer fun in anything, it's fine. They can leave as long as I'm happy. If I'm happy, that means my son is happy and my mother is happy. So yeah, guys, that concludes this video. I hope I covered everything that I wanted to cover. And one last thing that I want to say is that when I was the worst version of myself, the people that really felt it was my mother and my son. Even though my son, maybe you could see here and there, it probably did affect him here and there, but the person that saw the worst version of me has to be probably my mother. And my friends, I wouldn't say my friends really saw the worst version of myself, because we go out with our friends. I go out for lunch with my friends and I seem okay. I seem happy. I would open up here and there, but I think one of the people that saw the worst version of myself. It has to be my mother, maybe a few friends here and there, and I'm really grateful that they stuck beside me. You know, my mother didn't say to me like I've given up on you, get out of my house, do this. She kept pushing and pushing, probably praying for me to change and become a better person. And my friends were there for me whenever I needed somebody to speak to. They were there for me, supporting me, listening to me, and trying to understand me, trying to advise me. And I'm really grateful for all of those people that really, really, really love me. I don't even want to mention that this person, that person, everybody knows who they are. And I'm really grateful, guys. I'm really grateful to have people that love me, who care about me. And I'm not saying it's because of them that I stopped drinking alcohol, but they were there to support me every step of the way. And for that, I'm grateful that I know I did probably lose one or two friends, probably because of what I was going through at that time. But to the friends and to my family, my mother, especially the people that stuck beside me, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you, that I still have people that really love me, that really care for me. And yeah, guys, and that is life in my 30s. That is life in my 30s. It was really a chaos the past 4 years, the alcohol and everything. And I just pray that I continue with being sober and not drinking alcohol, because I don't want to be that messy girl anymore. I love the person that I am right now. I'm so happy. I am so happy. I don't have all those things, the cars, the apartments, those, but I'm working towards those. And each day is another day to try to achieve everything we want. Each day, as long as you're still alive, you still have time to achieve everything. So for that, I am grateful, and I'm just happy. Like, I was looking at myself yesterday, I was like, girl, this is you. This is really you. You are this happy. You are this happy. And alcohol, if I catch you, so this new chapter of my life feels like I'm starting all over. It feels like I'm a new born, even though I've been baptized, but I feel like I'm a newborn. I'm a born again just because I stopped drinking alcohol. Just because I stopped drinking alcohol, I feel like I'm a newborn. I'm a born again. Like, this chapter of my life is starting all over, and just rearranging my life, putting the pieces back together that were there and there. And yeah, we've come to the end of this video. Hope you really enjoyed it. And if you're going through something, it may be alcohol, it may be single parenting, it may be you're getting a divorce, whatever it is that is not going right in your life, know that we all go through challenges, and however you're handling it right now, it may be good or it may be bad. If it's bad, pray about it, and it will get better soon. Even though it may not be today, but one day it will all come together. And I hope you get out of that bad space that you are in, and you just become a better version of yourself. And if you're in your 20s, I hope you're also inspired. If you're going through a drinking problem, hope you're inspired. It is possible to stop drinking alcohol. It's really possible. And let me tell you, you will thank yourself. And I'm not speaking to the people who drink alcohol occasionally, maybe a glass of wine a day and stuff. I'm talking to people who are really struggling, who are really struggling like I did. Alcohol just makes you a different person. Just makes you do things that you would not do, that you would not do when you're sober. You wake up, you don't remember what happened yesterday. You're just a danger to yourself, basically. It is possible to quit alcohol. Start one day at a time. Know why you're quitting the alcohol. Always remember why you started. Okay. I think that is enough for today. Yeah, like I said, I hope there won't be any judgments. Woo, this girl alcoholic, I'm no longer that person, and that is it. And I hope I inspire you or somebody, or share the video. Maybe I'll inspire somebody, maybe a family member. Maybe you have a family member who is just out of control. Let them watch this video and maybe they might be inspired. Anyway guys, we come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate every single one of you. I will definitely see you guys in my next video. Just know that this chapter of Uma Dlamini is starting all over.